I believe I should be live. What is up, everybody? Coming to you from Los Angeles, live streaming on 9/27/2021. We are almost at the end of the month, and we are gonna be close to entering October. And today, or tonight, I should say, here in LA, it's 9:30 p.m. So it's definitely a time to have a talk about what is going on in this crypto market space, because we're seeing a lot of tokens literally at new all-time highs, and we're seeing Bitcoin not going back to that all-time high, which was all-time low. And I meant to say all-time low regarding the altcoins earlier. And I'm trying to think whether or not it's a good idea to really be jumping on certain projects right now. I feel like there's just so much of the same things going on right now, where it's almost just not even worth considering certain investments depending on what they are, and that um an environment is being built where it's only going to be like the top 15 dogs that are going to make it, if you guys know what I mean, such as Cardano, Bitcoin, Ethereum. We've seen Solana hit new all-time high, and then it went back down drastically. About 3 weeks ago, the entire Solana ecosystem was pumping. Step Finance was pumping. Solana was pumping. Seco was pumping. All of them hitting new all-time highs. And we're seeing many other altcoins hitting new all-time lows, and we all know that when Bitcoin goes up, the altcoins go back up. So I'm thinking, so like, is Bitcoin gonna hit $150,000, and then we're gonna be seeing these altcoins move from their all-time lows? I actually personally feel like we're about to have an altcoin explosion, especially if these tokens are in it for the long term. And I think many of them are, and I think there's a good amount of money behind a good amount of projects. If we go back about a year and a half ago, maybe the top 30 tokens, top 25 tokens all had $1 billion market cap. Today, almost every project on the first 100 page of either CMC or CoinGecko is about $1 billion market cap. So there's definitely been a lot more money entered into the crypto space ever since about a year and a half ago, and a lot of progress has been made in DeFi. A lot of progress has been made in terms of NFTs, and how they work, and etc. Bitcoin right now is at what, $43,000. Let me go ahead and get the exact price right now. It's at 42.75. So it's been boring realistically since these past 2-3 weeks. It hasn't really done much. We've seen Bitcoin go back down, and then we've seen it also go back up to about $52,000, and then it looks like it's heading back down to the mid-30s possibly. But many people are saying that Bitcoin is going to have another massive run, and I don't doubt that. I just don't think it's going to happen this month or next month. We still have 3 days until the end of this month of September. So October is going to be kicking in just a couple days, and it's going to be quite interesting as to how the month starts. But before waiting for that, we got to see how this month is going to end, because I feel like the altcoin explosion is actually going to kick in very similarly to 2017, where it starts at the end of the year and it goes into next year. I was actually watching BitBoy and TJ literally having a talk this morning on their live, where Ben said that, hey, I don't think this thing is gonna go into next year, and I think TJ agreed with him though I kind of disagree with them both a little bit on the timing. I feel like actually this is going to be very similar to 2017, and that the pumps are going to be starting late this year or very early next year. So I feel like Bitcoin is going to continue to be boring, honestly, up until that point. I mean, even whenever the time for Bitcoin comes for it to pump in price, I don't think it's going to hit six figures. I don't think it's going to be hitting that $100,000 mark. Many are saying $250,000. Many big banks are saying, those numbers are just gonna be a reality for Bitcoin. But I actually feel like, for some reason, I feel like there's a big Great Depression coming in. I don't know what it is. I feel like the world economy has been pumped with a lot of money, but I feel like there's a lot of turmoil. I feel like there's a lot of disagreements. I feel like something big is gonna happen where it's gonna send economies crashing down again. And I feel like um, um, Bitcoin will hit, that $100,000 mark, that $250,000 mark, but just not in this cycle. That's just what I'm really trying to say. I think Bitcoin is actually gonna do well, in the long term again. And when I say long term, I mean 6 to 10 year mark. But in the next 3 years, in the next 2 years, in the next 4 years, depending on how this cycle either begins or ends, right? Um, from there on out, we would be able to make a new prediction. But considering we still haven't had an altcoin explosion, I mean, many altcoins hitting new all-time lows. DFT, DigiFinex token, hitting 7.5 cents, new all-time low. BHD token, at $1.30, hitting new all-time lows. Many tokens, many projects out there hitting all-time lows. And the last time this happened, I remember that everything randomly just started picking up in price. But I feel like there's gonna be a lot of exit scams. I feel like this is gonna be a new thing that's gonna start happening again. Excuse me for that, but let's see here. We're gonna be seeing a lot of corrections. I mean, I know Solana is gonna have to correct its $41 billion market cap. Though what did Solana hit? Let's see. The max it hit was it crossed $200, so it hit about 208, 212, and it went back down. So Solana hit a $60 billion market cap, and I think everything happened there too quickly. And I feel like there's a lot of corrections that are due for many projects. I feel like, again, many tokens are at all-time lows. Many tokens not going to all-time lows. So really, I have to say, this current crypto market is honestly everywhere right now. So we have Bitcoin being boring. Bitcoin went from 35K to back to 52K, and then it came back down again, causing a certain amount of tokens and projects to not pump at all, if I can put it that way. But I mean, again, this is the first time where we're seeing probably the first 100 projects on CMC or CoinGecko at $1 billion or more. So a lot of the same things are being done by a lot of projects. I feel like a lot is being copied from one another. But really, I think it's just really based on how these next couple months are gonna play out. I mean, for Bitcoin specifically, I just feel like it's gonna continue to be boring. I don't feel like there's gonna be too much price action. I don't feel like We might see it go back up to 48, 47, 49, and then come back down. We might even touch 50, 51 again, 52 or 53 again. But I don't think there's going to be a breakout is what I'm trying to say. And I don't feel like Bitcoin would even hold that price. I feel like Bitcoin will eventually go back down to being less than $20,000. And I don't think that's going to last for a long time. But when it does, it will be brief and maybe, live for that price for a day or two. But right after that, I feel like things are going to jump up. So for those, I'm not a financial advisor, but I personally wouldn't buy Bitcoin right now at 42.6. I feel like, like I said, once certain, things start to happen again, I feel like there's a massive turmoil that's going to be taking place in the world. And I feel like during that time, we will have the chance to see Bitcoin at $20,000 or a little less. But up until that point, I feel like Bitcoin could hit a new all-time high. I feel like, that turmoil, that Great Depression I'm talking about, where I feel like it's going to happen, is probably going to start kicking in maybe mid next year. But I feel like prior to, a dump coming in and the bear market kicking in, I feel like there's going to be a nice pump where, we would all be able to take some nice profits, from what we invested in, right? So, again, overall market cap, according on CMC, is $1.89 trillion. That's for all the projects in the cryptocurrency space in general. And I know that there's certain projects that have hit such all-time lows where we, begin to question ourselves whether or not it's going to be going back up, like Pancake Bunny. So, Pancake Bunny right now is literally sitting at $2.80. And my main question in regards to it is whether this thing is ever going to recover. Many people bought this thing when it was, just in the couple of hundreds of dollars. Now, if this thing could even recover up to $20, it's a good sign. That would be a 6.5x from where it is right now. Currently, it's sitting at $2.84. When Pancake Bunny started, it started off at $4.80. And it had an explosion all the way going up to about $480. So it had a massive run. It did very well for itself. But then they said that they got hacked and that they were also able to secure all the funds. And ever since that hack and ever since that they mentioned that they secured all the funds, we really haven't seen any big price action from Pancake Bunny besides seeing it go down to a new all-time low, less than what it was before it started. So we don't really know if this thing is ever going to recover. It could go back up to $15-$20, but for the people that bought it in the couple of hundreds of dollars, like when it was at 150 or if it was 100 or even $80-$90. But for the people that bought it at all the way at the top at 420 in the 400s, man, I don't know if you guys are ever going to be seeing you guys' funds. But this thing is really, really I think it's set to have some form of recovery, but it's really questionable. How much money are they really going to be giving out to all the people that did invest at $2.80? Because I certainly didn't. I bought Pancake Bunny personally once at $10, and I bought it before it being $10 at like $15. So honestly, personally, for me, if this thing can even hit $20, I'll just take my money back out and put it in another project, because it's just been slumping ever since. And like many other projects, like BHD, like DFT, they've all been seeing all-time lows. Today, being at the end of September here in 2021. So Um, I say buy low, sell high. That's just my motto. And that's not any form of advice, but if you guys understand what I'm saying, you guys have to know what the low and the high is, and you guys can, obviously take your picks and go from there. But personally, I feel like BTC is gonna be boring. I mean, yeah, we're gonna be seeing it maybe go up 10-15% at best, in my opinion, in these next couple months, especially up until I think the end of November, and then December is gonna be very interesting, and then Christmas time and early January, mid January is also gonna be very interesting. So, we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens. But oh man, I'm yawning. But it's definitely gonna be fun, guys. I always stress, make safety your priority, because if safety is not your priority and you guys are, risking yourselves, in a way, whether you don't know what's safe or not, then risks like that are always subject to a loss of money and the loss of funds. So um whatever way you guys think you can be safe, in terms, whatever your strategy is, I say prioritize keeping the safety of your funds first, and then think about earnings after, because everybody's thinking about earnings, but nobody is thinking about losses. And you want to not lose first and then figure out a way to win, because not losing is, in a sense, securing your funds, and then looking at it that way, I think, is very great too. That's why I always mention it quite frequently. So it's just another perspective, that I use. But yeah, guys, I mean, this thing is, I mean, there's just so many scams in this crypto space right now. I mean, you go to the gainers and losers, and you're gonna be seeing all these projects, pumping up 100%, 200%. But when you click on it, you just see that they're not really listed anywhere, or that they're listed on some scam exchanges with rather no liquidity. So for someone that's coming in new to the game, I would say, stick with Coinbase. Trade there for a little bit, or Gemini, or depending on where you guys are located. I'm speaking right now in reference to U.S. customers. Coinbase is definitely trustworthy. Gemini is also trustworthy, and I would also say that a couple other exchanges are also trustworthy too. But there's a good amount of scam ones, and there's also a good amount of scam projects. So to avoid these scam projects, guys, again, go with Gemini or Coinbase, and then learn how it works. Send the crypto, send it back. Learn how it works. But guys, if you're new, just I would say, if you're new, maybe buy a little bit of Bitcoin. It's not any form of advice, but whenever you guys feel like you can, just to learn how it works, you guys can definitely go ahead and either make a purchase, or you guys can do the whole Coinbase rewards thing, and earn a little bit of crypto by doing their little tutorials and stuff. And that way you guys can be able to maybe send crypto, and see how long it takes, find out how all the different pools, of the different chains of a token, work, and etc, etc. But guys, this crypto space right now, again, it's almost as though everything is everywhere. We're seeing tokens not going to new all-time lows. We're seeing tokens at new all-time lows. We're seeing Bitcoin being boring at 42,000. So realistically, for the tokens that are at all-time lows, what is Bitcoin gonna have to go to $250,000 for these altcoins to go up 2x, 3x, 2, right? So just so many questionable questionable circumstances as of right now. So realistically, we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens. But yeah, guys, Bitcoin again, being boring. Again, referring to Pancake Bunny. I mean, that thing is literally sitting at less than $3. So who knows where that's gonna go? Many investors are honestly very are very unhappy regarding the project. And guys, I would say, just be safe with whatever you're doing. Whether you're driving a car, investing, right? And just whatever you guys are doing, just be safe. And yeah, guys, just trying to think if I have any things, other things I want to mention. I mean, I know there's UFC fights that have been taking place, UFC events I haven't really been covering. I just want to say I'm gonna be making videos about this past event on Saturday. Forget which UFC number it was, but it was definitely the Nick Diaz Robbie Lawler fight, Brian Ortega Volkanovski card, right? So that whole card was literally stacked with great fights, and the fights literally proved that they were great once they happened. And I'll make another video talking about that independently. But coming back to crypto, guys, I mean, there's just so much going on right now. I feel like certain things are really just copies of others, and there's a lot of other projects too that are trying to make things first for themselves. Like we saw Space Chain go up all the way to the International Space Station with a SpaceX rocket to install their Bitcoin node. And I think that was a very, very great phenomenon, especially for the cryptocurrency space. So that was really good to witness and see and learn about. And I think there's a lot of new stuff coming, guys. NFTs, DeFi definitely going strong. Again, Bilaxy was hacked. We still don't know what happened with that, but I don't think they fully recovered. Let me see if I can even go to their price. I mean, let me see if I can even go to their website. And it looks like let me see here. It looks like I'm able to be on their website, but I don't know if it's really operating just yet, because I know that they were hacked. But it looks like things are still down as of right now, even though their website is back up. But I would think that that a fix is coming, and that we just might see Bilaxy back up on its feet. I really hope that they are able to get back up into their standing and be able to operate just as they were previously. But yeah, guys, just so much going on. Be careful out there with whatever you're doing in this crypto space. Again, Bitcoin being boring, Pancake Bunny never really recovered. And yeah, guys, I mean, let me know as to what you guys think is gonna happen next in this cryptocurrency space. Today is the 27th of September. How are we gonna end this month? Is Bitcoin gonna go back up to being at 51.52 and hold strong there, or are we gonna see Bitcoin go back down to the mid 35s, just as we saw about 2-3 weeks ago? So drop your comments, guys. I appreciate you guys for liking. I'm grateful for you guys for subscribing. And I'll be making another video in the morning talking about MMA and how John Jones got arrested again, right, for some domestic violence crap. And at the same time, I'm going to be talking about the fights, right? That's what was actually significant this past weekend. So take care of yourselves, guys, and up until later on, I will catch you guys later. Peace.